This video is going to talk about frequency, or the number of times something happens. In a set of numbers, the word frequency means the number of times a value occurs. So let's talk about this. We have this group of numbers up here. The set has 8 data points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Essentially, it has 8 numbers. But there's only 4 data values. 4, 5, 6, and 7, because they're repeated. There are 3 sevens. You can see 1, 7, 2, 7, 3 sevens. So we say the frequency of 7 is 3. What's the frequency of 4? How many times does the number 4 show up? Well, it shows up twice. What's the frequency of 5? Well, I see 2 5s in there, so the frequency of 5 is 2. The frequency of 6 is just 1, because there's only 1 6 in there. It's just how many times it shows up. It's just a fancy word for that. So this is a tally chart or a frequency chart. Let's go ahead and fill in the chart with our data points. Remember that we saw 4s, 5s, 6s, and 7. We're going to go ahead and put tallies in there for every number that we see, and this will help us to count things. So I see a number 7. I'm going to put a tally there, and I'm going to put a dot there so I know I've already counted it. You might scratch it off. That works too. I see another 7. That's another tally in the 7s. I see a 4. That's a tally in the 4s. I see another 4. That's another tally. I see a 7. That's another tally for 7. I see a 6. That's a tally for 6. I see a 5. That's a tally for 5. And I see another 5, which is another tally. So the frequency of 4, there were 2 of them. The frequency of 5 is 2. The frequency of 6 is 1. The frequency of 7 is 3. It's what we just talked about. What do we notice about the highest and lowest values of these two sets? So we're going to make a tally chart for our second set, which is this one. This just has 4s and 7s. So let's go ahead and figure out one at a time. I see a 4. I see a 7. I see a 4. I see a 4. And I see a 7. So in this new set, the frequency of 4 was 3 because 4 showed up 3 times. The frequency of 7 was 2 because 7 showed up 2 times. So you can see that in the first set, 4 showed up twice. In the second set, it showed up 3 times. 7 showed up 3 times over here and only 1 time over here. They want you to transfer this data into the chart. This is making another frequency chart. So I'm going to let you go ahead and try to make this one first, and then we'll talk about it. Welcome back. You should have the numbers 2, 3, and 5 in the chart. There's no need to put a number 4 because there's no 4s here. So let's go ahead and let's do tallies. 3, 2, 3, 5, 5. So our frequencies are 1, 2, and 2. It's how many times each number showed up. This is where you start to see maybe why we bother to do frequency charts, because now we have more numbers. So I'm going to go ahead, and I don't know what numbers to put right off the bat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start looking for the smallest number here. Smallest number I see is 10. The next biggest number after 10 is 11. After 11, I see a 12. After 12, don't see a 13, don't see a 14, I see a 15, which is my biggest number. Now, if we were to put, let's say that we wanted to put 13, or that we weren't paying attention, and we didn't see it wasn't there. Let's say we put 14 too. That's okay. Nothing's going to be broken here. Let's go ahead and do tally charts. So 11, 10, 10, 12, 15, 12, 10, 10, 11. And you're going to notice I have another 10, and after 4 tallies, the 5th tally is going to be a mark like this. You can either go straight across, or you can go diagonal, and then it makes it easier to find the next group of numbers when you're diagonal. You can see how that's a little bit easier to differentiate than if you do like this. It becomes kind of harder to see where things mesh in. This one tends to be easier to read. But let's take a look at the frequency of each of these numbers. The frequency of 10 is 5. The frequency of 11 is 2. The frequency of 12 is 2. The frequency of 15 is 1. What is the frequency of 13? How many times did the number 13 show up? It didn't. So the frequency is 0. Same as for 14. So we can also use this information to find the mean. We used to add up all the numbers and then divide by the amount of numbers that we added. So we would add 3 plus 4 plus 9 plus 8 plus 6 plus 3 plus 9 plus 9 plus 3 plus 6. Then we would divide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We would divide by 10. But now, using the frequencies, we can change things up a little bit, and we can make things a little bit easier. Let's go ahead and put the numbers in here first. I see 3s. I see at one point in my life I will make a 3 properly on this sheet. I see 3. I see 4. I don't see any 5s. I do see a 6. I don't see any 7s, but I do see an 8 and a 9. So let's go ahead and do tallies. 3, 4, 9, 8, 6, 3, 9, 9, 3, 6. So the frequencies, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3. So that's the numbers that go into the data value column, the tallies, and the frequencies. Before, we would have had to add up all the numbers, but now we don't have to add up every single number. I know that I would be adding 3 3s up together. So 3 times 3 is 9. I know that I would only have 1 4. 4 times 1 is 4. I know that I would be adding 2 6s. 6 times 2 is 12. I would be adding 1 8. 8 times 1 is 8. And I would be adding 3 9s. 9 times 3 is 27. Now all I have to do is add these numbers up. So I would add 8 plus 7, which is 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 plus 9 is 30. 2, 3 plus 3 is 6. That would be 60. Now that I know that there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 numbers, 60 divided by 10 is 6. So the mean is 6. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do these next 2 practices. We're just going to practice putting the data into the chart. You could be practicing the mean. Today we're practicing working with the tally charts. So we have 4, 4, 6, 5, 5, 6. So I see 4s, 5s, and 6s. Oh no, I've already put dots. Now what do I do? Well, I'm just going to go ahead and mark this differently. Maybe I'll slash it out. I see 1 4. I see another 4. I see a 6. I see another 6. I see a 5. I see a 5. Did I go out of order? Yeah. Is that okay? Sure. There are 2 4s, 2 5s, and 2 6s. So what that means is that if I wanted to find the mean, 4 times 2 is 8, 5 times 2 is 10, 6 times 2 is 12. Add those numbers up, 8, 9, 10. That gets me 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total. 30 divided by 6 is 5. The mean would be 5. Let's go ahead and look at this last one. I see 1 as my lowest. I see 7 as my highest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go ahead and tally these up. I see a 6. I see a 2. I see another 2. I see a 7. I see 2 6s. I see a 2. I see a 1. And I see a 4. So there's 1, 3, 0, 1, 0, 3, 1. To find the mean, 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 3 is 6, 3 times 0 is 0, 4 times 1 is 4, 5 times 0 is 0, 6 times 3 is 18, 7 times 1 is 7. So when I add all these up, 8 plus 7 is again going to be 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 26. That makes 36. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 total numbers. So 36 divided by 9 is going to be 4. The mean is 4. You could do the bonus if you wanted. You can also look at these, but it's not required. Have a wonderful day.